Peace and blessings, man. I just watched this video from this girl who was posting, and she was talking about, do people understand that their partners have free will and that they are individual, right? A lot of times when we fall in love with people, your love can be misconstrued as control because you want the best for them, because you don't want any harm for them, because you're infatuated with them. All of these different things, right, go into alignment of what love is. But we must affirm, we must assess, and we must admit that love is not control. You have the cool parent who is like, still firm, but allowing some freedom for their kids to make their own decisions, letting them know that you are your own individual self, and I cannot control you, but I can love you and I can discipline you. I can give you the tools, but what you do from that point on is on you. Then you have the parent who is a little bit more controlling, right? Who usually has the kids that sneak out a little bit, because the parent wishes the best on that child, but yet the parent cannot control that child, and the child sees the control as, or not necessarily control. The child sees the care as control because the caring is overbearing. So saying all that to say this is like, yes, in terms of getting jealous of your partner, that's normal, but that should not consume you, right? Because no matter what, we can't control someone. We can't control their actions, right? The only thing you can control is how you respond. The only thing that you can control is what you do. So therefore, the sense of security is what creates safety for your partner, the same way that the sense of security would create safety for the child. If the parent was secure in their child, even though they're worried what the child could possibly do, even though they care about them that much, they still have to remain grounded and secure to let the child feel as though the child is in control. Jealousy is normal. Wanting to control the situation is normal. That's why we develop daily practices every day in dynamics, relationship dynamics, parenting, and all these different things. But worrying about things that we cannot control from someone else is literally and figuratively pointless, but it's possible. But when you really think about it, like, if they're going to do something, they're going to do something. And this isn't even about cheating. Like I said, I was just watching the video. This isn't even about cheating. This is just about how they respond. This is about how they choose to live their life. This is about their morals. Because yes, love is something that grows over time. Discipline is something that grows over time. Respect is something that grows over time. But it is not our job to fix anyone but ourselves. And we pray, hope, and practice that the person that we are walking beside every day, would do the same if they truly value the connection. The same way that you can hope for your kid to want to become a better person, and you can give them the tools, but it's still ultimately up to them as far as the decision goes. And once again, I just made this video because, like, I think that it's important, man, especially for, like, people who may be anxious, right? People who may have experienced trauma and get into relationships. People who want to trust but still have to develop the practices within to strengthen themselves so that they can be a strength to others. But she was pretty much like, do people understand that, like, you cannot control your partner? Do people pretty much understand that if they're going to do something, they're going to do it? And that liberation does not mean that they're not going to respect you. People can still be liberated and still respect you. Sometimes a lot of people do things for themselves and not you. It's not always about you, right? They put that outfit on because they wanted to wear that. They wanted to feel sexy, right? For themselves. And maybe they might have wanted to put it on for somebody else and get some attention because they want to feel good about themselves still. Once again, it doesn't go to respect. Yeah, respect is something that you get, you receive, you can express. Like, yes, that outfit, you look good in it. It does make me a little jealous, whatever. But by you, like, saying that in a healthy way versus, are you really wearing that? Or, it's all about delivery, right? Trust is all about delivery. The trust and communication is all about delivery. But anyways, man, if you are somebody who's has been going through relationships and you just want to get stuff right, lately that's this type of content I've been making, because that's what we go through in real life, and we want to be a greater version for ourselves and for others, which goes back to the self-practice of controlling yourself, your emotions, and what you have going on, and anything else in that is a plus, like Disney. So remove that doubt, remove that worry, because what's for you is for you, and it will never leave you if it's for you. Yeah. Last but not least, that's why they say boundaries are important. And so, like, if somebody loves you, they're just gonna respect your boundaries. Lay your boundaries out, live your life. And if somebody respects your boundaries, then they will. And if not, they won't. And you'll see the difference.